Miss Shelley here today, and I'm so happy that we get to do another class together. Now, today's class, we're going to do a whole bunch of different fun things, but before we begin, I want to remind you that we always want to be safe when we're doing yoga. It is great to feel stretchy, and it is great to feel our muscles working, but if anything ever hurts or it feels like it's poking or a twinge of pain, go ahead and take a break. Come out of the pose. You can sit like I'm sitting, crisscross applesauce. You can go into child's pose, or you can even lay right down on your mat or your towel or your carpet, wherever you're practicing. We don't need anything special for yoga. If you have a mat, go ahead and roll it out. Otherwise, a beach towel works great. You can do it out in your yard if it's a nice day. You can do it in a carpeted space. You just want something with a little bit of padding to feel comfortable when you are doing all the different moves. And other than that, it's most important, I think, to have fun. All right, so this class I thought we would start with the saying of in like a lion, out like a lamb. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard that, but a lot of times that refers to March. I know we're in April now, but it can also refer to spring in general, and April is a big spring month. And what that saying means is that the weather is crazy and stormy, and it comes in roaring like a lion, and then it goes out like a lamb because we have all the lovely new babies that are being born on farms. We have lots of flowers that are blooming. It's kind of a gentle time of year, right? So I thought we'd use that saying to start our class today, and we're going to start with lion's breath. Lion's breath is one of my favorite ones to do. It's also one of the silliest ones that we do in yoga. So if you have someone that you're doing your class with, maybe you have a sibling or a friend that you're doing the class with, go ahead and look at each other when you do this because you get to stick your tongue out at each other. Otherwise, if you're doing this by yourself, that's wonderful, and then maybe you can teach it to someone in your family or your home later on and have fun with it. Okay, so what we do is we sit crisscross applesauce, or you can also sit up on your knees, whichever is comfortable. And we take our hands are going to be our paws, and we'll bring them up when we roar. And we're going to breathe in with our big belly breath. So breathe in. And then when we exhale, we're going to stick our tongue out. We're going to roll our eyes up towards the sky, and we're going to go, or you can go, rawr, whichever you prefer. So let's give it a try. Breathe in. And roar. Good work. Let's try that again. Breathe in. And roar. And one more time. Breathe in. And roar. Great work. I hope you had fun with that one. And like I said, definitely go ahead and teach that to someone at home. It's a pretty silly, fun one to do together. Now, I thought we'd also warm up with a song. So we've talked about how plants are starting to bloom, and I thought we'd sing the I Am Grateful song, because that talks about lots of different plants and also how we're just grateful to have a day where we can go out and play. So I'll scooch back so you can see me, and I'll sing it a couple times through. So if you've never sung this with me before, go ahead and just watch the first time, and you can jump in on the second time. All right. I am grateful for the trees and the flowers and the bees. I am grateful for every day that I get to laugh and play. Okay, let's try it together. I am grateful for the trees and the flowers and the bees. I am grateful for every day that I get to laugh and play. Great work. So, I thought the next thing we could do would be to plant some flowers together. It's going to be an imagination game. We're not going to get to plant real flowers, although maybe if you have some at home, you can plant some with someone later. But we're going to come up on our knees if that's comfortable. If this is not comfortable in your body, just stay crisscross applesauce. You can actually do this entire imagination with me sitting in this position. But if it's comfortable, come up on your knees, because this is often how we sit when we're gardening, right? So we're going to sit on our knees, and we need to first plant something. What should we plant today? Do you want it to be a vegetable? Do you want it to be some beautiful flowers? Why don't you think? At our house, we plant lots of green beans and lettuce and spinach out in our garden. We also plant a whole bunch of different flowers. Lilies are my favorite. We have petunias sometimes. So whatever you really like, picture that. It's okay if you don't know the name of the flower, just picture pretty purple flower, pretty red flower, whatever you like. So we're gonna first find some seeds. Let's look on our shelves in our gardening. There's the seeds we want. Let's reach up and grab those seeds. And maybe we want two kinds of flowers. So we'll reach up and grab the other seeds. Great work. Now we need to plant them. Do you know how to plant things? What do? You look at the ground, and how does the seed get from the seed packet into the ground? That's right, we have to dig a hole. So let's reach up and grab our trowel or our little shovel, and then we'll find a good spot of earth, and then we'll dig and dig and dig. Okay, spread the dirt away, and then we're going to take our seed and plant it, and then spread the dirt back out and pat, pat, pat. Good job. Now let's try using the other hand, the hand you might not normally use as much, for our other seed. So we're going to dig and dig and dig. Grab that seed, plop it in the hole, and then pat, 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 right back on top. Great work. So now what do seeds need to grow? That's right, they need sunlight and they need water. So we can use our watering can to water the seeds we just planted. Let's reach up and grab the watering can, reach over and turn on the hose, fill it up, and then we're gonna glug, 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 water the seeds. Find that other hole, glug, 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 water the seeds. Great work. And then we need the sun. How can we be the sun? We're gonna raise our arms up just like we're doing a sun salutation. And then plants really do need a lot of water. So we're gonna come back down and fold over and wiggle our fingers like we're the raindrops coming down on the leaves and the planted seeds, and then fold all the way down. We'll take a breath here, then we'll come back up, and look at that. Our seeds are starting to grow. Let's try to pretend to be just like our seeds. So we're gonna come up on our toes and we'll crouch, and then we're gonna rise up, 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 just like we're a growing seed till we spread our leaves and our blooms and become a beautiful flower or vegetable in the garden. Great work. All right, so flowers are a big part of spring and plants are a big part of spring. So are babies and baby animals. So I thought we would do Old McYogi, but we're gonna do all the baby animals on the farm. So the poses will look a lot the same, but we might have to think a little about what the baby animals are named. So instead of cat, we have kitten. That's right. Let's give it a try. All right. Old McYogi had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a kitten, E-I-E-I-O. So let's get into cat pose. Come onto your hands and knees and round your back, and then we sing, with a meow meow here and a meow meow there, here meow, there meow, everywhere meow meow. Old McYogi had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had what's a baby cow? A calf. So we'll get into cow pose, back to hands and knees. And this one we breathe, we let our bellies drop down and look up towards the sky. There we go. E-I-E-I-O. With a moo moo here and a moo moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere moo moo. Old McYogi had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a puppy. So come on up into down dog. If you know puppy pose, you can do that too. That looks like this. So we can all do puppy pose together, or you can do downward dog. E-I-E-I-O. With a woof woof here and a woof woof there. Here a woof, there a woof, everywhere a woof woof. Old McYogi had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had do you know what a baby snake is called? It's called a snakelet. I had to look that one up. He had a snakelet. So let's come onto our bellies and be ready to be snakes. E-I-E-I-O. With a s here and a s there. Here a s there a s everywhere S. Old Mickey Yogi had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had let's do a baby horse. Do you know what a baby horse is called? A foal. So we're going to come back into cow pose. Horses and cows are kind of the same in yoga, but we're going to go and neigh, right? E-I-E-I-O, with a here and a neigh there, here a there a neigh, everywhere a neigh. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a duckling. Now there's no duck pose in yoga, but we can make one up. Come up onto our toes. Let's bring our wings out and walk around like a duck. Had a duckling, E-I-E-I-O. With a quack, quack here and a quack, quack there. Here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. We'll do one more animal. Do you know what a baby spider is called? I thought this was so cute. It's a spiderling. And on that farm he had a spiderling, E-I-E-I-O. So let's get into spider pose. We spread our legs wide like spider legs. We take our arms underneath and we can even bring our legs up and we crawl our fingers around like a spider. With a creep, creep here and a creep, creep there. Here a crawl, there a crawl, everywhere a creep, crawl. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Great job. I hope you had fun with that one, and I hope you maybe learned some different animals. There was some that I didn't know what the babies were called, so I had to learn too. So, another thing that happens a lot in spring is different kinds of weather. There can be rain, there can be sunshine. Some days we might be outside playing and it feels like summer, and then the next day it's snowing. So spring can be kind of crazy. But another thing that's important is to know that we can kind of think about how we're feeling on the inside a lot like the weather that happens on the outside. So it's always good to check in and see, what's my weather on the inside? So I'll give you some examples. Maybe it feels sunny and warm inside because you feel happy. Maybe it feels kind of cloudy and rainy because you're sort of having a sad day. Maybe you feel really thundery inside because you're angry or you're frustrated about something. Or maybe you can come up with something completely different. Maybe there's a different type of weather that you're feeling because it's a totally different feeling. Now, just like the outside weather, our inside weather is going to feel different every day. It might even feel different parts of the day. Maybe we were sad in the morning, but then something cheered us up and we felt happier. So it's just a really good practice to check in and go, how am I feeling inside? And whatever you're feeling, it's okay. Just like the weather outside, it's going to change. But you just need to check in and see, how's it feeling? And that way you can be a little more aware. So a great way to do it is to take your hands and we bring them to our belly. And we're going to practice our belly breaths. And we're going to breathe in. And then we'll breathe out and we'll think, how do I feel? So let's give it a try. Breathe in. Breathe out. And you can say it out loud or think it in your head. How do I feel? I feel like for me today, I feel happy. I also feel a little sleepy. So that might be kind of sunny, kind of cloudy skies because I'm a little tired. So I'll breathe in again. And breathe out. How do I feel? And I know that happy might not stay all the time. I know that sleepy for sure won't. I'll get to rest at night or later in the day and then I'll feel less sleepy. So I know it's changing all the time, but it's a great way to check in and just see what's the weather inside, just like what's the weather outside. Now I thought we could also try sunshine breath. This is a fun one if you are feeling happy. You can share your sunshine with others. This is also fun if you're maybe not feeling so happy, if you're feeling kind of tired or sad, whatever it is, you can bring in sunshine by using your breath. So let's give it a try. We're going to keep our hands here. We're going to on our belly. Breathe back in. As we breathe out, imagine we're sending little rays of sunshine all around us. Great work. Do it again. Breathe back in. And then as you breathe out, imagine you're sending big rays of sunshine to the front and to the back of you. Good job. Do it again. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, imagine you're sending big rays of sunshine to the left and the right of you, both sides. Breathe in, breathe out, and start sending those rays further and further out in a giant circle all around you. One last time, let's breathe in and breathe out and send the sunshine even farther. Spread it everywhere and know that the light inside of you and the joy inside of you is something that you can send out just like those rays of sunshine and share with the world around you. So I also have a song that's a lot like that sunshine breath. Have you ever heard This Little Light of Mine? We're going to try that. We're going to get up and moving a little. If you don't want to get up, you can do this from a sitting position and go ahead and just spread your arms wide. You can even spread your legs wide when we spread our legs out. Just listen to your body and do whatever feels most comfortable and most available to you today. So if it's available, we're going to crouch. We've done a lot of crouching this class, right? And we're going to bring our hands in by our heart. And we're going to start singing, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Nice work. Should we try that again? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Great job. That's really a fun song. I like playing with that one. So now we've done our sunshine breath. We've sung our Little Light of Mine song, and I thought that we would try doing heart breath. Now, sometimes, probably a lot of times, we are running around and we're really busy. Our minds might be busy, we might be thinking about a whole bunch of different things, or our bodies might be busy, maybe we're running from school to sports to piano lessons or whatever it might be. And sometimes we're moving so fast, we feel like we can't take a break, like it's not allowed, or like we shouldn't. That's really not true. And this little breath is a great way to practice. And remember that you can take a small rest really whenever. Sometimes a parent might say, we need to get in the car. But when you're in the car, you could practice this. It doesn't take much time. And it's a great way to just calm down, not stress or worry about things. And remember, I can take a little break. So what we're going to do is reach your arms out wide. Reach your arms up way high. Give everything a little wiggle. Give a good stretch. Good job. And then bring your hands in by your heart. And we're going to breathe in. And breathe out. And then we're simply going to say, I can rest. Giving ourselves a little reminder it's okay to take a break. Let's try that again. And go ahead and close your eyes or just let your eyes go unfocused if you're comfortable. Kind of give yourself a real minute to breathe in and out and take that break. So breathe in. Long, slow breath out. And say, I can rest. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. Long, slow breath out. I can rest. If you had your eyes shut, go ahead and bat them open. And think about just a little bit how that made you feel. It's kind of nice sometimes to slow down and take a little break. And this is great because you can do this really anywhere. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need to be anywhere special. If you want to do it and you don't want people to hear you saying, I can rest, you can just say it in your head. And you could just sit with your hands on your lap if you don't want to bring them to your chest. But taking those nice deep breaths and helping your body and your mind calm down is a great thing to do anywhere you are. Now, I thought since we did come in like a lion that we could also go out like a lamb. And we do our little guided relaxation that way. So we're going to practice the rest breath as soon as we get back down on our backs. So come here and sit on your mat. We are going to rock backwards and rock forwards a few times. This is a really fun move, and it feels really good on your back too, so let's give it a try. Rock backwards and rock forwards. If this does not feel good in your body, you can just go right to laying on your mat, and we'll meet you there in a second. Backwards and forwards, roll backwards and forwards. How about one more time? Just be careful to make sure that your head's somewhere soft so you don't go all the way over. All right, and then we're gonna slowly lower down to the ground. Now, if you have a blanket with you and you want to put it next to you because you want to snuggle up for the relaxation, that's great. Otherwise, you can be just like me and lay right down on your mat. And we're gonna bring our knees into our chest. And just do a gentle hug and rock back and forth, back and forth. Then go ahead and grab your feet, if you're able, the outsides or the insides, and bring them up. And go ahead and rock back and forth again. This is Happy Baby. If you've ever seen a baby or maybe you have a younger sibling, a lot of kids do this very naturally. It's a fun posture for them. So rocking back and forth, and this stretches out your whole body and gets it ready to relax. All right, and then we're going to bring our legs down. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together and bring our legs down first in butterfly, but we're doing laying down butterfly this time. And we're going to bring our hands, one hand to our heart and one hand to our belly, and we're going to practice that rest breath once more. This is the lying down version of it. So we're going to breathe in. We're going to breathe out. And we're going to say, I can rest. We're going to breathe in and breathe out and say, I can rest. Breathe in once more, and as you breathe out, go ahead and stretch your legs out long. Let your arms fall down to the side next to you. And we're going to close our eyes, and we are going to imagine that we are in a beautiful meadow. Perhaps it's first thing in the morning or right after a springtime rain, so there's little glistening water droplets and dew on the grass, and it kind of looks magical and shimmery. And then off in the distance, we see so many baby lambs. And we think how peaceful it is for them in the meadow. They're sitting and munching and enjoying their meals. And we're lying in the soft, soft grass. We're on a blanket, so we're not getting wet, don't worry. And we enjoy the sun shining down on our face. And then we see some of the little lambs skipping over the fence. And that brings a smile to our face. We remember that sometimes people count sheep when they're working on relaxing and sleeping, and we have it right in front of us. And as we feel the sun shining its warmth down on us, all of our muscles start to relax. Our head and our neck relaxes into the grass. Our back and our arms relax into the grass. Our hands are open wide and really comfortable. Our legs relax into the grass and our feet are super cozy. And we just sit here for a few breaths and enjoy the springtime breeze, the warm sunshine, and the feeling of just doing nothing and taking a break. Then as you're ready, on your next breath, go ahead and roll over and curl your knees towards your chest and bring your hands beneath your head. Then on your next breath, go ahead and push up to sitting. And we'll come to a comfortable seat. That could be on your knees. That could be crisscross applesauce, however your body feels most comfortable today. So I hope that helped you relax. I hope that you remember that you can always take a rest, and we showed you 2 different ways that you can do it when you're sitting, or also when you're laying on the ground, or even in your bed before you fall asleep. Just help yourself unwind a little. We learned about how it is great to check in not just with the outside weather, which is important so we know if we can go out and play and get some fresh air, but also check in with our inner weather and see how our feelings are. We practiced planting flowers. We learned all about baby animals on Old McYogi's farm. And now we're going to end the class with our Namaste song. So if we can bring our hands together at our heart, we'll sing it through a few times. My inner light, it shines for you. Your inner light is shining too. The beauty in me sees the beauty in you. Namaste. Great job. Let's try that one more time. My inner light, it shines for you. Your inner light is shining too. The beauty in me sees the beauty in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The awesome in me sees the awesome in you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whenever you're practicing this.